Hey, give me a flake, man. Listen, hey, I enjoy your Bible reading. A couple of comments. I notice that you continue to have a little debate on which version to read from, and well, I don't really care. It's any one you want, but let me give you this. Since you're in the English literature business, isn't the King James Version the official, shall we say, book of the literature? From that point of view, I would say I would be reading from that version. Not to start a big argument or anything like that, but that's just what I would suggest. Maybe you want to have other versions around so you can kind of do a, oh yeah, that's what that means there in another version, as Bible Girl suggests. But my 2 cents is literature. That's what part of what you're trying to do. So this chapter 10 is kind of interesting stuff. It's all this reading of all these names, and what's all that about? I'll suggest that what it's about is that it's stressing the importance of family connections. That the reader reads this, it brings things together from the time of Adam to the time of Noah to the time of Abraham. So in between these different passages, you'll have the readings of all the names and this begat that person and what have you. And they drop names that will come up later on that are important. It's like, most people pronounce it, I think, Babel, as in the Tower of Babel. The city of Nineveh is important down the road. But that's just, kind of little hints there. So a transition is what all these names are about, and connection. We see that all the way through the Bible, even through Matthew. The Gospel of Matthew starts off with a genealogy, going back to Abraham. In Luke, I think, there's a genealogy that goes back to Adam and all this sort of thing. So it's just very important theme throughout the Bible. One of the other themes that's very important, particularly you were reading a bunch, and I think you kind of skimmed over it, really not making a connection to it, but there were a lot of numbers that were brought out. So many days for this, and so many days for that, and months, and numbers are very important in the Bible throughout, from the beginning, the 7 days of creation, and what have you. All that stuff is very important. Some people actually even, shall we say, make a religion about the numbers, numerology and that sort of thing. It can be rather extensive, maybe a little wacky, but each to their own. I don't think we're here to promote religion. We're talking about the history of mankind and English literature and these types of things is what we're talking about, or you're reading. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. By the way, I hope this new vantage point, I don't know if you saw my little reading of the John Lee Hooker Tupelo flood story. I posted that on your chapter 6 just a while ago, and I noticed that the lighting was kind of bad, so I kind of moved to another location, and I hope that this is better. Anyway, keep up with the good reading, and we'll talk to you later.